Hello to all the tennis fans and enthusiasts. Welcome back to my channel and a very warm welcome to you. I hope that all of you are doing well. You can see a little bit of change in the studio, the settings, because right now actually I'm in my bedroom because there was some work happening in the other side of the room where I used to record my earlier videos. So I thought we could just simply do the video at any place. Okay. And secondly, you can see this cushion over here because my wife actually told me that despite being a tennis player, still your tummy is out, and all the viewers are going to wonder how come this guy has a big tummy if he considers himself to be a tennis player and he has been playing all the time. So that's why I simply thought for a while it will be a good thing to simply put a cushion over here because I've learned it from some of the people as well who usually have this big belly problem. I don't have that big, but still, just to have a positive impression, that's why I simply thought of putting this in. Okay, so now coming to the purpose of today's video. Actually, if you remember, I talked about some tennis strings that I have been using for quite a while, so I simply thought of sharing that experience with you people. So you people would be aware of the different types if I just simply name them. So there are natural gut, and there's a synthetic gut, and we have polyester, then we have multi-filament, and we have Kevlar. So among these, it's not that I'm saying that I've simply played with all these 5 categories, but I have certainly tried or have come across and experienced few of these strings, and I like to share their experience with you people. That's why I simply thought of making this video. So if I talk about the very beginning of the time when I simply started to play tennis, that was the time in which I wasn't that much aware regarding these different categories and the impact that these things are going to have on the game, and especially on your arm. Because we usually say, the coaches are also telling us the same thing, that it's the basic thing that is going to build a connection between your racket and the ball. So the nature of those strings are going to matter a lot when it comes to your strokes and the impact that is going to have on your arm. You might have heard of this tennis elbow problem that many people have. It's the result of the same stress and strain that their arm has to face when they are playing their forehand and backhand. So, that's why we have such a category and classification of these different types. And now if I simply talk about the kind of tennis strings that I have tried so far. So there is this Sonic Pro that is a polyester basically. So we also consider it as monofilament. So this is the first category that I came across because it was recommended by so many other tennis players as well that you just give it a try. The basic thing that you have to keep in mind is to generate force through your own arm. It's not going to be something that will be helpful when it comes to simply playing a stroke that you simply hit the ball and it's going to go with the energy generated by the strings on its own. You have to be the person who has to generate the force, and that was the thing that actually happened at the outset. Earlier in the beginning, I was unable to control the ball. I was unable to simply cross the net even. But with the passage of time, I realized, okay, that is how these strings work, and that is how I have to hit the ball. And with the passage of time, I realized that this monofilament on polyester started to give me some good control on my ground strokes. Down the line or cross court, forehand, backhand, everything started to improve as well. Then one of my friends actually, he had this natural gut, or rather I would say a hybrid construction on his racket. He was playing with Babolat, so pure drive. This was the racket that he was using, and right now he has just given that racket to me because he was saying the kind of style which you play. If you remember in my previous videos, the blue racket is the pure drive, and I have been using it, and I really like the power that it generates. But at that time, when you were just simply handing it over to me to give it a try, to give it a shot, at that time it had a hybrid construction because natural gut was there in the main and poly was in cross. So apologies for all the chirping of these birds because right now the window is open. So at that time, that was a big change that started to come. The basic change that I witnessed when it comes to my own game was that I was unable to generate that much force when it comes to my double-fisted backhand, especially with Sonic Pro. So that was a bigger problem for me at that time, and I was unable to control it. But the moment I shifted to this hybrid construction, all of a sudden the opponent started to tell me that, have you done something to your backhand, because it has improved a lot. And I could realize that the opponents are the best judge, and if they are telling me that there is a big change, that means that I have improved something. So, but still he recommended me another thing as well. He said that you have tried monofilament, you have tried hybrid construction, there is still one missing and you have to give it a shot because it's quite comfortable when it comes to your arm. It's going to be soothing, you won't experience any kind of tennis elbows, just give it a try. So then I tried multi-filament as well, which are all purely based on small strands, similar to natural gut, in which you have those small strands wrapped around each other to develop that string from the intestine of a cow. So it had the same power control, but the unfortunate thing was that these strings, the multi-filament strings, MXT, I guess, Reflex MXT. This was the one that I have simply installed into my racket, but they never last for long. They never lasted. Like, I just played for a month and a half, and they just simply broke. So they had a very short span. The good thing that I noticed was, and that I simply showed it to the other players, was that the strings basically broke from the sweet spot. So that was a clear indication that I am hitting from the very central position of the racket, and that means that I was able to hit some good shots with some precision and accuracy because the strings broke from the center. So that was a good thing. Everyone appreciated me for that point. But other than that, these strings never lasted for long, which is why I had to simply make a decision that I have to shift back towards polyester monofilament, because those are the best ones that have given me some good results. However, I had in mind that I have already tried Sonic Pro, so I had in mind that, and I have seen it in the store from where I usually buy the tennis strings and the other accessories. I had Sonic Pro Edge, and I had in mind that this string is going to help me to generate more topspin. But when I went there, unfortunately, it was all sold out. It wasn't available. So the only option that was left for me was LYNX. That is also another polyester monofilament, and I've given it a try, and so far it has given me some good results, and I'm really enjoying the game. So in my two rackets, out of the two, the Wilson racket 6100, in that I have had Sonic Pro, and Babolat Pure Drive has this LYNX, and so far I have not seen any kind of unforced errors which are being generated from both sides, forehand and backhand. Both sides are improving quite well, and I am happy with my results. And that was the thing that I wanted to share with people in this video as well. And there are some small clips as well, just to make it a little bit more interactive. These small clips would give you an idea of the way in which I am improving my forehands and backhands. I'm going to talk about the basic errors that I've identified in my game once you watch these videos. So I'm going to talk about these things within my next video and the kind of change that I've done as well. So you just enjoy these small clips, and thank you very much for my side. Bye-bye. That ball.